What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Bankroll Builder series with me, Cody Arnold. Last week's episode, or not last week, but last episode that we put up was our last session at 5 cent, 10 cent with a $10 buy-in. We exceeded our goal of $750, which now allows us to play at the next level, $25 buy-ins. Anyone new to the series, what we're doing is we started with $20 on Ignition, and we played at the smallest level, 2 cent, 5 cent, until we acquire 30 buy-ins for the next level. We move up until we have 30 buy-ins for the next level. We move up, and we're going to continue that process until we get to $60,000. So this is the beginning of Season 3, which means we made it over $750, and we'll be playing at the $25 buy-in. So the session got off to a very slow start. We played for about 5 hours without really having any relevant hands, just kind of going down $1, $2, down $1, down $3, and we just keep adding on to the $25. So the first hand that we're looking at, we're already $28 or $30 invested. Like we had already added on increments of $2 and $3 throughout the 5 hours. So the bankroll at the time of this video, the first hand I think is at like 725, 700 behind, and the 25 we have on the table. So it would have been a really long, boring episode if I included all those hands from the first 5 hours. So we're just going to start with the biggest winning hands of the session, and then continue to watch. So we do end up getting up over $100. I think we end up leaving with $120, and we were in for about $50. So we had $70 to the bankroll. We close out tonight's episode with $820 in the bankroll. So we will go over the most relevant hands, and I'll do a little bit of analysis on them. So first relevant hand, we have 8-6 of hearts. We are on the button, and there was a middle position raised to $1.25, so 5x, and we call, and we flop the nuts. We flop a straight, and there's 2 diamonds out there. We are in this hand 5 ways, so it checks around to us. The pot is about $6. Likelihood of someone having a hand here that they can come along with is pretty good, since there's so many people in this pot. So we're going to go ahead and put a very large bet in position, $5. It does look fishy also, because not a lot of value hands would put in large bets like that, because you fold out a lot of hands that you could be extracting value from. So good players normally would call a large bet like that, even if they didn't have a very good hand. So Jack comes, 8-10 gets there now if someone had 8-10, but we're not too worried about it. So we put in half pot. This guy goes all in. Not much to think about. We call. He had turned top pair with a flush draw, and he misses on the river. We take that one down. Next relevant hand, we have pocket 8s. It was raised up by the same guy that we had played that last hand with, so we just flat in position with our pocket 8s, and we flop top set here. And that's pretty much a great flop for us. So we're going to wait this guy out. Sorry, I should have cut this clip down a little bit. This guy had just been going kind of nuts at the table. I think this is his 4th bullet, actually. And he's a non-believer of me a lot, and he likes to play back at me. So I just go ahead and lead this pot. Significant bet. And a jack comes out, so kind of hoping he has a jack or hearts here. We're not going to slow down. We're going to try to get as much value out of this hand as we can. So we put $5 in here into 741. I think he decides to go all in, so we're obviously calling here. And he had gone all in with a gut shot, so kind of a crazy player. Not a bad player to have on my right. So here we had made it $2 in position, and the button raised us. We have aces, and he's a very tight player, so we were hoping he just had kings or queens and could get it in pre, so we went all in and he just folded. So won a small pot there. Here the small blind makes it $250 after player 6 3x on the button. We come along, we flop top pair with the second nut flush draw, a great flop for us. The original raiser only has $870 behind, $7 in the pot, so we're definitely calling here. Actually, we put all the chips in here and look to isolate player 7. Don't mind a call from anyone, so we were actually super dominated, and he gets very unlucky as we river our flush. He had top set on that flop, so pretty unfortunate for him. We have ace 8 here, and we were the pre-flop raisers, ace 8 of hearts. checks the flop to us, so we are going to continue. We put in half pot here, and he comes along, so the pot's now $4. 6 comes off. We really don't have any equity at all here, so we're just going to keep putting money in here and just try to get him to fold. I guess sell a jack. I don't think he has a jack in his hand. He might have like king queen or queen 9, something he was drawing to, because he keeps checking to us. So this is like our last chance, I feel, to take the pot away from him. If he did have like king queen or queen 9. So he puts in this bet $3, and he's been checking the whole time. So there's really no 2-pair hands that he would have made on the river that gave him strength. I really think that he just missed a draw. Like he had 8-9 or 9-queen. So we put in a raise that he can't call if he did miss a draw, and if he comes over the top, we could get away from it. So he did have a draw because he folds, and we take that one down. So here we have ace-9 of clubs. We just called. I forget who the pre-flop raiser was, but I think it was a 75-cent bet or like 65 cents or something. So we just call out of position with ace-9 of clubs, and we flop the nut flush draw. Paired board. It checks around to player 6. This is the crazy guy. He puts in like $1.80 something. So we just are going to raise it up and look to take it away. We really don't mind getting called too. I mean, we have an ace in our hand, and we have clubs as well. So, but it folds around, and we take that one down. This is our last relevant hand. Player 6 was the pre-flop raiser again, and we flop a gut shot with a backdoor flush draw. So he puts $1.25 in, and we come along, and now we're open-ended with our straight draw. It would have been nice if it was a heart, but we'll take what we can get. And this guy, we know we could get a lot of value from him if we do make our hand. So like the implied odds are all the way, because he's kind of a station, and as you guys have seen, he just ships crazy stuff around with his chips. So we go ahead and we call the turn as well, and we make our straight. He bets almost $5 here into 9, so the pot's $14. We're going to go for $15, a little more than pot size bet here, and he thinks about it for a while, and he decides on a call, and we are good with our 8 high straight, and that's our last hand that we play. So we leave the game, and Bankroll's up to about $820 now. And that was it. So after that session, we're going to continue to play at this level.